So, how's everyone doing? I got my hands on God of War Goes to Sparta a few days ago, so I finished it yesterday, ran into some technical issues when recording. So here I am, walk through the game before it's actually released. Aren't I so awesome? So we're going to be playing on God difficulty, which is the reason why I didn't have this up yet. Aside from the aforementioned technical difficulties, I'll get into more details after the intro about the game.
Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, had taken his place amongst the Olympians as the god of war. The bloodshed, the relentless battles, had finally brought him here. Ares was dead, and though Olympus beckoned, visions of his mortal existence still haunted him.
Help me.
Kratos knew that this was not a mere vision. For with the gods, nothing was ever as it seemed. The vision of his past set Kratos in search of answers. Answers that lay in the temple of Poseidon, deep within the city of Atlantis.
This is not a wise course of action, Kratos. It was a dream, nothing more.
The visions still haunt me, Athena. The visions you promised to take away. But this vision, I can change.
Perhaps it is a vision best left unchanged. There is more to this than you know. Please.
Of course, that really does not mean anything to Kratos, because he's like a mule. A pissed off mule. So, this game, while it can't hold its own against God of War 2 and God of War 3, is still very good and a great successor to Chains of Olympus, one of the few sequels that surpasses the original, by far. The difference between God difficulty and, like, Spartan and the other difficulties is that you take far more damage, and health and magic is like cutting out the value. Almost all magic, health, and health chests will fully restore your magic. In that order. But in this, it only restores up to half. So it makes for quite a different experience. And of course, damage is increased. To the point of where some attacks will basically insta-kill you. Well, not insta-kill, but 2-hit rather than like 3-hit kill you. The Hyperion Charge is a very nice addition to the game. It helps it stand out, it adds a bit of depth. It's not really much, but it does help, and it's great to finally be able to chuck enemies in a PSP God of War game, because you couldn't do that in Chains of Olympus. And no, there is no Medusa's head. You can still turn enemies to stone, much like you could in God of War 3, with the Medusas, but you can't rip off their heads and then use them, which I don't get. You're probably wondering where Kratos' arsenal from God of War 1 is. The Blade of Artemis, Poseidon's Rage, the Army of Hades, because he had them in Betrayal. That is a very good question. I don't know why it's not actually here, in terms of storyline. In God of War 2, Kratos, lost his magic at the beginning of the game. He had only Poseidon's Rage and his trusty Blades of Athena. I don't know, I tend not to question the logic of many developers, specifically Santa Monica and Nintendo. More often than not, less often it's Sony actually. Ooh. See, you take a lot of damage even from the small hits. You want to focus on that one tentacle. Oh, I should not have done it that way. And then just focus on that larger one for the experience and for some of the health. Even though you probably will lose more health than gain. Or something like that. I know I'm not making much logical sense in my wording. Oh, it's not gone yet. The Hyperion Charge, like, sometimes Chris will actually chuck them at other enemies when you do this, and then with his normal circle attack, he won't. So it's definitely very helpful. You're probably wondering why also Chris' Blades of Fiend are not maxed out. I don't know either, because in God of War 1, if you did not fully upgrade the Blades of Exile, I mean, not the Blades, the Blades of Chaos, your Blades of Fiend will actually be automatically maxed out. Like, if you have them at level 4, you're just barely missing, then it will be automatically maxed out, the Blades of Fiend. I'm not sure if in the God of War collection, if it counts, like, having the Blades of Fiend maxed out and not the actual Blades of Chaos maxed out. Like, if you still get the trophy for maxing out everything. This tentacle right here can't do much to you as long as you block, because you can block everything it does. Don't want to do the Hyperion Charge, Kratos. Hi there. That is the Cilia. The ugliest first boss in any God of War game, and quite possibly the least enjoyable, and the actually longest living. Unless you count Poseidon. Though I'm not sure why you would, actually. One thing this game definitely kind of suffers from, in my opinion, is, honestly, a lot of sequences, such as the ship we were first on, all, like, very much resemble sequences from the other games. Like, you have to admit that the ship screamed the ship from the first game. It just screamed it. The Cilia is kind of like the Hydra as well. But it's just not as awesome. It is the longest living first boss of any God of War game, I'm not joking. I know what I'm talking about, people. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to my God of War. So you can block everything it does. It does quite a bit of damage if you don't block. You should be able to get in a good square, and then triangle combo. I always recommend you do like a long square combo rather than just mash square. Because, well, just like finishing off with the square button is a bad idea. I don't know why people do that. It's significantly weaker. It has a smaller radius. And yes, we do not have the ability to counter just yet. This game definitely does also take its cues from some of the hidden videos in God of War 1, which we will see at the beginning, like actually before we're done with the first level. So it really does help if you've played God of the console games, not Betrayal or... Actually, I don't think it really matters if you play 3. It matters if you play mostly God of War 1 or 2, and you've at least seen some of the bonus videos from God of War 1, which are actually very much worthwhile to watch. If you're wondering if I recommend using the Hyperion Charge on the little crab things, I don't. Because you can be hit when you're trying to even grab them, or even after you grab them. I don't even know if it deals that much damage, or if it even hits the Cilia. I don't think it does. I really do like about this game is how it makes some pretty good use of Kratos' blades aside from combat. Like in God of War 2, the ability to grapple, like to swing from point to point with the blades of Athena. What's this? Oh, I never knew this was here. Awesome. The ability to grapple from point to point with the blades of Athena was introduced. And that returns, they make a few more other creative usages, which I really like. It's pretty cool. Like, you know, one thing I was really hoping for in some of the later God of War games was a more creative use of the blades of Athena. Well, not the blades of Athena, but generally any of the chain blades Kratos has. Guess what the only thing we keep from the original game is? Where is it? Where is it? Poseidon's Trident. Yes, Kratos did not want to keep anything else. He didn't want to keep the awesome Poseidon's Rage. Poseidon's Rage is the epitome of rape in the original game, trust me. I've already done like quite a bit of my own on God. I've already completed. Yes, we actually visited that place, only at the end. This is for my scrapped recording.